existence depends on them sharing their bodies with other people. That's the thing. Give them a belief system that, hey, God ordained you to do this and do that for Jesus or whatever. And next thing you know, they have a belief system at a young age, and now they're cool with having sex. They're cool with doing this. They're cool with doing that. I got another video explaining that specifically, but we're going to keep going on with this. But drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and hit the like button. So drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and hit the like button, because I didn't say it earlier.
Get to some of these, and some of the expectation was that they do schmexual favors, that they had to sleep with people in order to get booked. Now,
but guess what? Sometimes they don't get booked after they had sex. And that is where the frustration comes in. When you turn around and have sex with somebody that you don't want to have sex with in order to get booked, and you don't get booked, you become frustrated. And then years of frustration cause you to turn around to now be like, you know what? I might as well get paid for it, because I'm not getting nothing for this now. I might as well get paid for it. And then she's a full blown, blank. And that's how they raise these girls. It's almost like prostitute college. And that might sound crazy, but that's kind of like what it seems like.
A lot.
And I got a special guest. I got Allie Top Files. I'm about to bring her up in a minute. So shout out to Allie. Everybody in the chat say hey to Allie. I'm about to bring her up in a minute.
A lot of times they did these things and they still didn't get booked.
See? They run around having sex with all these dudes and then still don't get booked.
Sleep with people in order to get booked. Now, a lot of times they did these things and they still didn't get booked. By the time they were interviewing with me many years later, they would tell me all of these stories. They actually would say to me, we want to make money off of this because we're already used to this world. We've been exploited for a decade. Now we want to take our power back. I know that sounds weird, but many of them thought of working for me.
Hold on. That's important. And the video kind of messed up. I was in another.
We've been exploited
stream
for a decade. Now we want to take our power back. I know that sounds weird, but many of them thought of working for me as taking their power back from an industry that had robbed them of their childhood and all of their power. I understood this is what fashion is about. Now, I would think someone like Erica Kirk, who has risen to the title of Miss Arizona, who has years and years of fashion experience, that she understood this too, because there is no possible way that a man didn't approach you asking you to get the girls to do him some kind of favor. That is 100% the norm in that world. In fact, it is even the norm in politics, because I've been working in politics now for 16 years. When I first started, many men asked me if I still had girls. Many men, the hosts of TV networks, political advisors, candidates, elected officials would ask me, do you still have girls? Can you send some to my house? Can you do a party for me? Can you put some at my event? That was the norm. Even though I left that world behind, that was still the request. Maybe that's just how men are. Maybe that's just how men with power are. But I think Erica Kirk would know this, since she's been running in powerful circles and trying to clout chase, I don't know, for decades.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine.
Fighting for the gospel.
This freaking woman.
In front of a big crowd, and then he blinked. He blinked. And saw his Savior in paradise.
Lying ass woman. Can't stand this damn woman.
And all the heavenly mysteries were revealed to him.
So, the number one thing I want y'all to pay attention to is the pattern, because all over the social media, people are arguing back and forth. Is that audio of Erica Kirk talking or allegedly talking to this tadpole, telling her to she's going to talk to Jeffrey and see if Jeffrey would give her more money, what she's going to do? Does Jeffrey want her sister also? And you may say, or the people on Twitter may say, oh, that's fake. Oh, that is a psyop. Oh, that is this. It just sounds like her. Erica Kirk, one, has a very distinctive voice. That's the first thing. And two, I recognize the patterns. So let me show you this right here, because this right here is about patterns. We're talking about the patterns.
Glory. He looks like the middle seat dude on Shark Tank.
Hold on a second.
Is the head of Harvest Christian Fellowship.
So we talked already that Greg Laurie is the person that she's Erica Kirk is presently touring with, right? But here's the thing I want y'all to pay attention to as I go farther into this.
Who stayed in those buildings, children of Romania who have nowhere else to go. And Paul Havsgaard was going to move there and run those orphanages.
Here's my issue with this orphanage. So hold on, let me back. I'm looking for the little spot. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. I think it's right here.
They decided that they were going to launch a ministry overseas in Romania. They were going to create orphanages for the children of Romania who have nowhere else to go. And Paul Havsgaard was going to move there and run those orphanages.
Here's my issue with this orphanage stuff, just on the outside, the surface level. If you care so much about orphans, why aren't you helping the orphans in your own city? Why are you going way out to damn Romania to help random ass children that you don't know? There's orphans in every freaking city.
But the allegations say that the church did not provide proper oversight, and that children who stayed in those buildings years ago now say Havsgaard abused them for many, many years.
So I just did a Google search to find out, why are these weirdos going way out to Romania to start random orphanages? And it's all of them. Erica Kirk, Rick Cutler, this dude that he's talking about. So the article simply says that Romania is a hub for prostitutes. So Italy, Spain, the UK, Germany, Dubai, and Russia are all looking for prostitutes. They either come there to get them, or they're actually created or trained. So to a certain degree, Romania is literally a prostitute training facility or a prostitute college of some sort. And in Romania, for whatever reason, there is a huge amount of unwanted kids. So they go to these facilities or orphanages and train to be prostitutes. And that part right there, if you ever wonder why Erica Kirk, Andrew Tate, or Greg Laurie went all the way to Romania in particular, it's because one is poverty stricken, and two, there is a huge problem with children that parents don't want. And they have they're overrun by children that parents don't want. Maybe it's their culture to not be parents. Like, you know, in our culture, we kind of like, we put parenting on a pedestal, right? I'm a good father. I'm a good mother. I don't know. Maybe in their culture is the opposite. I don't know. Maybe in their culture, if you have a baby and you're not married, you get absconded from your community. It may be that. It may be if a man and a woman has sex and they make a baby, they're like frowned upon. So they probably take their kids and just give them up for adoption so their community or neighborhood wouldn't look down on them. It may be that. So I don't know what it is, but there's a overrunning of parentless children in Romania, and it's been going on for at least 15 years. And on top of that, of course, the police see, you know, they view all this as normal. So they go over to Romania and literally train the little boys, train the little girls to be prostitutes. And then that's the first thing they set up in Romania to get them from this age to this age, right? And they went, because you got to remember, Charlie Kirk, all these people in Romania. So they go from this age that's too young, way too young, toddlers or whatever, 7 years old, I don't know. But they get to this age and they're like, okay, you're now ready to go to America. And then they come to America and then they don't have no money. They barely even have, a visa or a passport or whatever, because they're from Romania. And they set them up in this little bitty apartment, and they're all packed in the apartment like sardines. And they're just happy to not be in Romania anymore. They're literally happy because they're in America. And now they're in America and they have already been pre-taught. Remember, Romania seems to be this prostitute college place. Then they come from Romania with the mindset of, okay, I'm going to sell some ass and be great. And next thing you know, they're in these little Upper East Side apartments that Charlie Kirk has access to. And then she sets these these tadpoles or these young models up for people like, because it's not just what is his name? Epstein, is men like Epstein. It's not just Epstein. There's a lot of men that are literally like Epstein, right? So you set them up with all these different people, and then boom, they age out, and then they go to become working in brothels, strippers, or out on Figueroa. So some of y'all may say you're reaching. Some of y'all may say I'm going too far, but I'm giving y'all an understanding of two different things. One, the pattern, because if you see the pattern, you can see the pattern in different people. All right. Because the thing about it is we have to see the patterns in all these people. All right. Because it's not just Erica. It's not just Andrew Tate. It's not just Diddy. I can show you something about Diddy real quick. And then we're going to get to what Allie has, because Allie has some groundbreaking information also. So let me show y'all something about Diddy, because I talked about Diddy also, because it's all a pattern. So where is this video? All right, here's the video right here. So here's the pattern with, got too many videos up. Hold on. I gotta go all the way back down. Hold on, y'all. Gotta go all the way back down. All right, so here's a pattern with Diddy. Remember, recognize the pattern. Check this out.
Did Diddy's mom force him to engage in? Chill, these Diddy stories.
All right, so check this out. This is the pattern that everybody in this world is using. Hit a like button, hit a like button, hit a like button, hit a like button.
Wait. Did Diddy's mom force him to engage in these freak-offs when he was still a minor? Chill, these Diddy stories are getting way out of hand. And honestly, at this point, it's hard to say what's fact and what's not. Because every single day, there are more and more horrific stories about this man. And now the streets are saying that Diddy's mom was involved in the freak-offs and that he grew up to be the way that he did because of his messed up childhood. So word on the street is his mom, Janice Combs, was an...
All right, here we go. Here's a pattern. His mom, Janice Combs, watch this.
His mom, Janice Combs, was an escort, and she would sometimes make Diddy watch her indulge in these freak-offs when he was still a kid. As if this wasn't bad enough, his dad was also the leader of a very notorious gang in Harlem back in the day, and he would physically assault people and sometimes even unalive them in front of Diddy. Now, this don't excuse any of his... behavior, not one bit. But at least it gives us a little explanation as to where Diddy inherited all these nasty fetishes and extremely tendencies from. Okay, so ever since Cassie filed her lawsuit, Diddy's whole life has pretty much gone down the drain. He's lost over 18 brand deals. He was kicked off of his position as chairman at his own company, Revolt TV. He's now being dragged to court by the company that distributes his alcohol.
And just for the record, this is the reason why he may have faked his death. Just want to say that, because as you can see, Diddy's whole life fell apart within 1 year. And if you think about this, Charlie Kirk admitted that the DOJ and the feds were trying to put him in prison, right? But it was about some other stuff. It wasn't about this. But this is part of why is a possibility that Charlie Kirk did what he did. Let's just say that, because he may have something to do with this whole thing. I don't know. Maybe the faking of it may be real. I don't know. But just want to give y'all something to think about as y'all are watching this. Diddy his whole life fell apart within 12 calendar months.
Company that distributes his beverage lawsuits just
Wait. Why is it not working?
Revolt TV. He's now being dragged to court by the company that distributes his alcohol beverage, and the SA lawsuits just keep piling up by the day. It's definitely not going to be long before he wipes his bank account clean to fund all of these court fees and fines he's going to be paying. And as if this wasn't bad enough, people have also been looking into his family to try and figure out how Diddy came to be the kind of person that he is. And man, oh man, people found out a whole lot. It looks like Diddy's raging addiction to drugs, these freak-offs, and his against people is tied to his childhood trauma. See, Diddy was still a kid when his father passed away, so in order to provide for the family, his mom Janice was working 3 jobs, and allegedly escorting was one of them. My mother worked 3 jobs, and my grandmother worked 2. At an early age, I started my own paper route.
So look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. His mom, Janice Combs, worked as an escort, but she came up in the ranks, and she didn't just work as an escort. She started becoming a madam, just like the Manhattan madam. Okay. So just to make sure y'all are on track, she started off as an escort, but then turned around and became a madam. So this is the pattern. You become a madam after going through all kinds of, trauma yourself. See, Erica Kirk possibly went through a certain amount of trauma when she was young. Maybe her mother, Lori, is just like Janice Combs. Look at the pattern. Lori Franzway is in the middle of all this stuff, just like Diddy's mom, Janice Combs. And then she raises Erica Kirk to be this demonic person that comes in and just takes over the world. And Janice Combs had the same pattern with her son. And she raises her son up to be the same as Erica Kirk. Remember, think about this. Oh my God, the patterns. Y'all ready for this? Kim Porter died after being with Sean Combs. Charlie Kirk died after being with Erica Kirk. So Erica Kirk's mom raises her to be this demonic person. Janice Combs raises Diddy to be this demonic person. They both get in relationships, and their mate mysteriously dies. But It goes farther. Diddy also had a best friend that mysteriously died, which was Biggie. So Biggie was actually like Charlie Kirk. So Erica Kirk attached herself to Charlie Kirk, and then he mysteriously gets murdered, right? Murdered. But the same thing happens with Diddy. Diddy finds Biggie and attaches himself to Biggie. Biggie becomes larger than life. And at the precipice of his virality and fame, he gets murdered, just like how Charlie Kirk died right at the precipice of his fame. And then what did Diddy do? Here is the pattern. Diddy started becoming famous. Diddy started becoming the actual artist instead of the person in the back. Just like Erica Kirk became the CEO instead of just being the wife of Charlie Kirk. And then boom, every step you take, I miss you, Biggie. Oh my God, Biggie, everybody, put your lighters up for my best friend, Biggie. Biggie, everything is Biggie. I've been missing you. The same exact thing happened with Erica Kirk. Put your lighters up for my husband that I love so much. Do y'all see the pattern? It's the same exact pattern. The tadpoles, the killing or the murdering of the person that they attach themselves to. And then they become extremely famous because Diddy himself was not famous. Who was Diddy back in the day? He was just a dude that just danced in the background. He was just a little goofy dude with the buck teeth. He wasn't famous. He was just a producer that wasn't even a producer. So next thing you know, Biggie became famous. And he allegedly, somebody killed Biggie. And then the second Biggie died, he became famous. The second Charlie Kirk died, Erica Kirk became famous. And she's now the main figure. Now she's up there like, getting all the energy and all of the love. It's the same shit. It's an Epstein pattern. So one more time, I just want to play the Manhattan Madam. I want to play the rest of this, but I'm just showing y'all this is a distinct pattern that keeps freaking happening.
According to the internet
I don't know why it keeps skipping.
page, I started my own paper route. According to
Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It keeps messing up.
3 jobs, and allegedly escorting was one of them. My mother worked 3 jobs, and my grandmother worked 2. At an early age, I started my
That's the same thing Erica Kirk said about her mother. My mother got a divorce from my dad and then started working 3 jobs. It was the same thing.
my own paper route. According to the internet, Janice would sometimes bring some of the men that she hooked up with to the house. This is something that she would do often, and Diddy would witness it happen all the time. As if this wasn't already bad enough for an underage kid to be seeing, it's also been reported by multiple sources that his father was a gang leader in Harlem. This was confirmed by Complex Magazine back in 2013 in an explosive article where they investigated the parents of a lot of popular rappers. The article read, Diddy's dad, Melvin Combs, was a well-known Harlem gangster who had connections to both Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. And Janice was the boss's ride-or-die chick. After her husband was brutally murdered when Diddy was still a child, she took to raising young Sean on her own. And if you thought this was bad, wait till you hear about Diddy's very weird relationship with his mother. People have actually been speculating for a while now that Diddy and his relationship with his mom goes way farther than the regular mother-son relationship. These rumors got even worse after a video.
So put a 1 in the chat if you recognize the pattern. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. Put a 1 in the chat if you recognize the pattern. I want to make sure y'all are on the same page. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are able to recognize the pattern. Diddy's mom, she started escorting and all this other stuff. And next thing you know, she got into that life and brought her son into the same life. Hold on, I got one more video. Here it is. One more video, and then we're going to talk about what Allie is talking about.
Young women with some shady characters. However, it all
All right, so this is the video that I was really looking for right here. So listen to this right here. This will give you a better understanding.
She was hooking up young women with some shady characters. However, it all came crashing down when one of the hustlers allegedly did something unspeakable to one of the young women. Rumor has it that Janice managed to evade any charges thanks to her late husband's connections to law enforcement. So if all these rumors are true, it really makes you wonder if this is one of the reasons Diddy appears to have twisted relationships with women. The story goes that Janice was allegedly pushing Diddy to do whatever it took to climb that ladder of success, with some even
just like Erica Kirk's mom. Just like Erica Kirk's mom. She was pushing Erica Kirk to climb up the ladder to success. Candace Owens said it herself. Baron Coleman said it himself. They tracked every last relationship that Erica Kirk ever had. It was always somebody that was super successful because her mom was pushing her to go up the ladder of success, just like Janice Combs.
Whatever it took to climb that ladder of success, with some even claiming that she encouraged him to cozy up to powerful men, letting them use him to get ahead, only for Diddy to turn around and allegedly do the same to others. And when Diddy started showing some seriously troubling signs, think anger issues and other disturbing personality traits, Janice allegedly egged him on to be ruthless. But here's where things take another
just like Erica Kirk's mom.
Sinister turn. Even when Diddy's anger turned on her, Janice apparently didn't lift a finger. According to Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, Kirk Burrows, a former executive at Bad Boy, witnessed Diddy putting his hands on Janice.
You know, Kirk Burrows was like, yo, man.
It's made a move on him. And get
and from that point on,
going for it. You wasn't chicken.
Okay, so that's it. So we about to go into the second part of this show, but for the people who did not see this, I just want to play this again for the new people just coming in. This is the Manhattan madam, just like Janice Combs was a Manhattan madam. That was Diddy's mother. So listen to what she said. This is for the people who didn't hear it in the beginning.
For the January 6th committee.
Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Where is it? Where's it? Damn it. Hold on, y'all. I got rid of it. So this is for the people who didn't hear the first part.
Owens the other day trying to make sense of Erica Kirk's New York City real estate career, wondering how Erica was put in charge of a group of Romanian models when she has no prior real estate experience. I used to be a madam. I ran a high-end escort agency in Manhattan. I'm just the right person to add some perspective on this. Back in the day, I employed hundreds of signed models. In fact, many of them were from Eastern European countries. I normally worked with women who were in their mid-20s, so by the time most of these women had reached the interview with me, they were already considered old by modeling standards. In most of the interviews, these women told me stories of being picked up from their home country, recruited in their teens, being groomed, being brought to New York, put in small apartments, given limited money, and then being forced to go on potential fashion jobs, potential bookings, go-sees, whatever they're called. They would get to some of these, and some of the expectation was that they do schmexual favors, that they had to sleep with people in order to get booked. Now, a lot of times they did these things and they still didn't get booked. By the time they were interviewing with me many years later, they would tell me all of these stories. They actually would say to me, we want to make money off of this because we're already used to this world. We've been exploited for a decade. Now we want to take our power back. I know that sounds weird, but many of them thought of working for me as taking their power back from an industry that had robbed them of their childhood and all of their power. I understood this is what fashion is about. Now, I would think someone like Erica Kirk, who has risen to the title of Miss Arizona, who has years and years of fashion experience, that she understood this too, because there is no possible way that a man didn't approach you asking you to get the girls to do him some kind of favor. That is 100% the norm in that world. In fact, it is even the norm in politics, because
So what she's essentially saying is, once you become known for having girls, whether you're a male or a female, other guys would say, yo, can I have some girls? I need like 5 of them. I need 10 of them. I need 2 of them. Because, of course, prostitution is illegal and a lot of men are married and they like to go to women like Erica Kirk or this Manhattan Madam, or back in the day, Janice Combs, in order to set them up with girls so they won't have to worry about driving up to in some shady alley and to some lady that might be an undercover police officer or something. So this was or is a safe way of quote unquote getting girls. They'll pay her a certain amount of money and then the girls will just show up. This is, in my opinion, what was going on in that audio. She was, and I'm just going to say she, because I don't want to get sued. Y'all know who she is, was recruiting tadpoles or women in order to bring them to Jeffrey Epstein or other men like Jeffrey Epstein, because Jeffrey Epstein's brother is actually the main person that was over Erica Kirk, according to Candace Owens.
Been working in politics now for 16 years. When I first started, many men asked me if I still had girls. Many men, the hosts of TV networks, political advisors, candidates, elected officials would ask me, do you still have girls? Can you send some to my house? Can you do a party for me? Can you put some at my event? That was the norm. Even though I left that world behind, that was still the request. Maybe that's just how men are. Maybe that's just how men with power are. But I think Erica Kirk would know this, since she's been running in powerful circles and trying to clout chase, I don't know, for decades.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine.
All right, so we're going to do a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get to some important information that Alley Top Files just uncovered about a new character that nobody could find information on, that was right there, that witnessed the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. So we're going to do a quick commercial break, and then Alley is going to be your time.
Sweeping the country, and it's a card. This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Allie and Chris, what's going on?
Going on, Aaron?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
We're good.
Can y'all get a little closer?
Okay.
There we go. There we go. I want to see both of y'all faces.
All
right.
Really great start there. I didn't think of Diddy's mom like that.
Yeah, that was some unique
good.
insight. I'm glad you shared that, and especially bridging how the patterns happen, because we've been seeing a lot of that in the past 6 months. and you have to
Mhm.
recognize those. And I think it was very important that you brought that up, and I hope your viewers appreciate that, because we did.
Yeah, I try to give people a way to discern information the way I do. I don't say, oh, this is wrong, this is right, this is true, this is false. I look for patterns and I use my discernment and say, okay, if this is going on and if this is going on, this may be something. Because as y'all already know, even Candace Owens was trying to debunk the audio of Erica Kirk.
Yep.
Like, and I'm like, what is she doing? Because my whole thing is, don't debunk it, just talk about something else. Let us go down this rabbit hole. Let's figure it out, because at the end of the day, none of us really know, right? We weren't there.
No.
We're being
So
lied
it's
to as
important.
well.
Right. She could have been lied to, right? So the thing about it is, somebody could have came to her and said, oh, that's not true, right? So for us all to just jump off of this situation, because in my opinion, this audio of Erica Kirk is big as Fort Huachuca.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
remember, they tried to debunk Fort Huachuca, the situation with the guy, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Mitch, yeah.
and that caused a lot of dissent and separation amongst the people that were supporting Candace, right? So the thing about it is, Candace can't come in and do the same thing to us that they were doing to her with the Fort Huachuca thing. We have to stay open-minded to all this information. And if you don't believe it, cool. Stay over there and do some other stuff. And we're going to go down this rabbit hole and figure it out. So I'm staying open to all evidence. Don't be trying to come over here and debunk nothing, because nobody knows, because I wasn't there and y'all asses wasn't there either. So stop trying to debunk people, including Candace Owens. Allow all of us to do our own due diligence, because just like Candace Owens is like, hey, send me some information if you find it. People are sending everybody information, and one thing might pop up and say, hey, it might be the girl. Hey, I'm the girl that was in that audio, and now I'm 26. Now we're like, oh shit. You get what I'm saying? So, you know,
we don't even know, because like the name can be redacted. I don't even know. We don't know who it is. It sounds like her, but they can't say if she was like not the age. So
shout out to Candace. Shout out to everybody, but let's all stay open-minded to all of this information, and let's stop debunking each other. It's just dumb. Like, stop saying, oh, this is wrong. Just don't use it and look at it and just focus on what you're doing. Stop trying to debunk people. I hate it. I hate it when people do that shit.
I know, like I'll post something and oh, that's wrong. That's not.
Oh, that's wrong.
Picture.
Oh, that's like, stop.
Thanks for telling me. I'm just putting the information out there. You guys can do whatever you want with it. I could be wrong. I'm wrong, and I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it happened to us today about the audio gear on the table.
Yeah,
so,
we mislabeled a piece of gear.
It
happens.
It happens.
Because we are all just people sharing information. But when somebody comes in trying to debunk something, it causes a rift with everything, because now you got the debunkers and you got the believers, and now the debunkers are against the believers. And remember what the Fort Huachuca thing with the dude.
That was a circus. It got made into a circus.
And it got made into
a circus. So instead of figuring out what is going on, who is what, we started arguing with each other.
Yes.
But
I don't like Mitch because YouTubers were saying that he's a bad man or whatever, and I'm like, well, can we just find out what he said if it's authentically true first?
Yeah. And I was one of the people, I didn't debunk the story. I was just like, yo, who is this Mitch guy? And, you know, so I was one of the people that was causing the damn problems.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to look at my own mistakes and say, hey, let's stop this mess and let's just look at the information. So I'm talking to myself.
You did another video about it after. You did another video, and you said, no, there's something to this guy. So yeah.
And that also shows a good amount of maturity when you can look at something you've said and go, hey, guys, I didn't get that quite right.
Yeah.
Here's the adjustment. And people appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
Now I sent you all my content, so you're gonna bring it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So So first, let everybody know what I'm about to play. I'm about to play the video you sent me.
Oh, you're playing
all
the video first. Okay.
Yeah.
So the video is regarding, we got Mikey, we got Frank Turek, we got a whole bunch of things. I put them all together. Basically, their stories do not line up. One
Yeah.
is saying there was CPR done. The other one is saying there was no CPR done. And they're all in the same vehicle. And then, 8 days after, Megyn Kelly is saying that he was wearing a bulletproof vest. I mean, there's a lot of lies going on here. If you go back to these videos, which are very important, and everybody's seen what I posted, so they're going, what is going on? This is massive lies. So that little video I sent you is just showing how, the same people are in the car, but
they got different stories.
Different stories.
They're literally 2
One's
feet from each other.
Pounding on. Yeah, you just play the video. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay.
makes no sense.
All right. So here's the video right here.
Down at Charlie, I mean, he's a foot from me.
Why is this?
And so Frank's and Rick's praying, and
all right, here we go.
I said, we got to start CPR. I'm looking down at Charlie. I mean, he's a foot from me. His face is a foot from me. And so Frank's just praying out loud, and Rick's praying, and I can hear just Rick just going hard, and I hear Dan just calling out the directions to Justin, so he doesn't have to look at anything but the road, and we get there.
Was CPR being conducted during this time?
No, because right now I got to stop that bleeding.
Yeah.
I said, we got to start CPR. I'm looking down at Charlie. I mean, he's a foot from me. His face is a foot from me.
No, I had heard conflicting reports, and I was a little confused by that. Like, we can't start doing CPR before the bleeding stops. Right. And people don't understand that.
Prioritization of care, right? Yeah. And we had to start CPR anyway, so we did. I just started pounding on him, trying to get him to respond. Couldn't do it. There's an ambulance coming toward us, going toward the venue, and we're should we stop? No, just keep going. Just the doctor later said that was the right thing to do. So it's like, I got to get that bleeding stopped before. And then I knew that we were not that far from the hospital, and the human body I got to stop that bleeding.
Yeah.
I just got to stop the bleeding. And so that was my primary, that's the chief complaint from the patient that I have right here. And so I'm going after that bleed control, trying to stop that. And we're trying to stop the bleeding. And his eyes are fixed, Megan. He's not looking at me. He's looking into eternity. Got to the hospital and just ran him right in through the emergency room. And they had a team there. And they started pounding on him and started putting blood in him. And they did get a pulse.
Y'all want to stop right there? Or y'all want to keep going?
What do you think so far?
I'm just playing a video. So I just want people to hit it. Okay.
But later the doctor said that's just because he was healthy. But the shot was catastrophic. Let me just put it that way. We couldn't have done anything. Doc, your question earlier about a pulse. We'll get back to that. And so.
And hold on, I'm just gonna pause it for a second because I'm sending something to my computer. So when I'm sending something to my computer, it starts messing up the video. So just give it a second. All right, now I can play it.
Your question earlier about.
My computer's doing too much at one time.
The shot was catastrophic. Let me just put it that way. We couldn't have done anything. Doc, your question earlier about a pulse. We'll get back to that. And so.
Wait, can y'all not see the? Can y'all not see the video?
I did say that. Yeah, I thought you were just playing the audio. I was like, we can't see it, but I didn't want to.
Oh crap!
But people were listening.
What the hell is going on? Sorry, y'all.
The audio came through clear though. People
working
were
in the room.
Can y'all see it now?
No.
All right, hold on.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Might have to play it from beginning again.
And they ended up taking him to the OR.
Oh hell! All right, I'll start over.
I said we got to
Damn.
start CPR. I'm looking down at Charlie. I mean, he's a foot from me. His face is a foot from me. And so Frank's just praying out loud, and Rick's praying, and I can hear just the car revving, just going hard. And I hear Dan just calling out the directions to Justin, so he doesn't have to look at anything but the road. And you know, we get there.
Was CPR being conducted during this time?
You know, no, because right now I got to stop that bleeding.
Yeah.
I said we got to start CPR. I'm looking down at Charlie. I mean, he's a foot from me. His face is a foot from me.
No, I had heard conflicting reports, and I was a little confused by that. Like, we can't start doing CPR before the bleeding stops, and people don't understand that.
Prioritization of care, right? Yeah. And we had to start CPR anyway, so we did. I just started pounding on him, trying to get him to respond. Couldn't do it. There's an
And there were EMTs on site, and they ignored the EMTs, and this dummy is pounding on them, which makes no damn sense.
Exactly.
Like
both of these statements don't even line up, man.
Yeah,
It
his
just
stupid
don't line
ass
up.
running around the damn truck like an idiot, you know, in the video, instead of going to get the EMT and say, you go, because you might be able to pound on them instead of me, because I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. Frank Turk's stupid ass, I don't even know why he was in the damn truck.
ambulance coming toward us, going toward the venue. And we're should we stop? No, just keep going. Just the doctor later said that was the right thing to do. So it's like, I got to get that bleeding stopped before. And then I knew that we were not that far from the hospital. And the human body can, it's a, I got to stop that bleeding.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I just got to stop the bleeding. And so that was my primary, you know, that's the chief complaint from the patient that I have right here. And so I'm going after that bleed control, trying to stop that. And we're trying to stop the bleeding. And his eyes are fixed, Megan. He's not looking at me. He's looking into eternity. Got to the hospital and just ran him right in through the emergency room. And they had a team there. And they started pounding on him and started putting blood in him. And they did get a pulse. But later the doctor said that's just because he was healthy. But the shot was catastrophic. Let me just put it that way. We couldn't have done anything. Doc, your question earlier about a pulse. We'll get back to that. And so they ended up working him in the room. And they ended up taking him to the OR because they got a pulse. They did get a pulse? They did get a pulse. But Charlie was a healthy man. He was very cognizant of his health, and he was a strong guy. And they've had a pulse? Hold on. How long had it been since the shot to the hospital? I have no idea, but you can that is a
Sorry, y'all, I was messing up. I don't know why.
Shot. You can be dead. A central nervous system. You got a strong heart, right? And that's what the OR doc told me. Okay. He said that's what it was. And so, holy shit. Yeah. And so I have no way of. I'm not a doctor. I know. Then they brought him into surgery, and about, I'd say, a half hour later, the head surgeon came out and said he's dead. And that's when the great Mikey McCoy showed up. Actually, he was there.
Not the great Mikey McCoy.
And
listen to this
23 years old. He's calling the vice president. He's calling Erica. He's sending a plane get Erica. He's talking. He's asking the doctor real hard questions. He's shaking a little bit, but he knows what he needs to do. He said, Charlie would want me to do this. And he just took over. I couldn't be more proud of that man. Love that man.
Message said, for every Sunday after this, I'll go back for God, but for this Sunday, I'm going for Charlie Kirk.
Oh, I love that.
And the outpouring of responses outside of this event. It's beautiful, but the event specifically, you're right. Every head, there's heads of state coming. The entire White House essentially is coming.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and I believe when Air Force One lands, there's going to be a lot of people that you guys will see at this event. It's going to be very beautiful.
Have you guys been, I mean, you knew Charlie so well, you knew him on a dating, I mean, you're getting his clothes, right? And his food. Have you been surprised at, like, the world?
So the guy at the end right here is Briefcase Man. Do you want
He
to
is.
talk about him or you want to keep going?
Yeah, you're gonna hear his voice. He's gonna speak, but I did send you some pictures of him as well. Like if people don't know who the briefcase guy was or the binder guy, he was located on. There he is. Yep. Thank you. You're fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Executive
So
assistant
this
to the
is
CEO.
so I don't know how nobody really paid attention to Briefcase Man. You see, he got a little briefcase.
Yeah.
Nobody. So here's Briefcase Man. Everybody hit
Nate
a like button.
Walker.
Everybody hit a like button. Everybody hit a like button. What's his name?
Nate Walker.
Nate Walker. Okay.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
And he's the executive assistant to the CEO, which would have been Charlie, but he only had that job for 7 months and then Charlie passed away. So I believe he's still the assistant, executive assistant to Erica now.
Because
Okay.
that's what his job title is still listed as.
Yeah.
And who is this?
Oh, that's for later. That's a Philip Goldsberry's dad. He's a
Oh, that's
pastor.
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
that's
right.
Nate Walker.
So this
Yeah.
is Briefcase Man. So we're gonna go back to the other video. So now we're gonna listen to Briefcase Man talk.
Like the worldwide tributes to him, the massive impact that his loss has had.
Yeah, for sure. You when you're with Charlie every day, he's not Charlie Kirk. He's just Charlie. And then, something like this happens, and his reach was so big. It was bigger than anything I think we ever even realized. Me personally, especially, and he was just so
You think you're working for a company, not necessarily a cause, and then you realize
right. Yeah,
it's something far more profound.
it's way bigger than any of us, and it's bigger than Charlie. It's it's really cool.
Can I ask you guys, like, how did you get the news last week? Were you here?
Yeah, me and Danny were both there.
You were there on site with him?
On site, yeah.
Gosh, Danny. I mean, did you worry about security in advance of these events? Because I know Charlie, he said openly he'd been getting death threats.
Yeah, we always would worry, but it wasn't really our job to worry. We were.
I don't know who this dude is, but
he's apparently the researcher. I found him as well. Danny Phillips is his name.
Danny Phillips. Okay.
Yeah.
Just kind of more so focused on doing what we had to for the team and whoever's job that was, we trusted them and everything, and we still do. His team did great. So yeah, it was never really, we were more so just focused on doing what we needed to for Charlie.
I have to imagine there was a level of disbelief on your part too, just like there was for those of us who weren't there, who were watching on TV.
Yeah, just kind of state of shock at first, yeah.
Has it been helpful to come back to the office and like be with each other?
Yeah, absolutely. I think leaning on each other has been the most important thing through all of it. It's sort of an unspeakable feeling that I think we're all experiencing, but to be able to go through it together has been very, very helpful.
Do you like?
Put a 1 in the chat if everybody talks like they're in a cult. They just have this melancholy just speech about them where they're happy that he died in a way. Everybody has this smile on the face, but they have this strange voice, but they're smiling. Put a 1 in the chat if you think.
Can I say something adding to that?
Hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Turning Point USA is a cult. Go ahead.
Yeah, so everybody has to remember that this video is from September 18th. So what, 8 days after?
Yeah.
So look at their expressions, look at their demeanor, look what they're saying, and
It doesn't look like you just mentioned, doesn't look like anyone's broken up. And while the other two gentlemen are talking, Danny and Nate, look at Mikey. He is giving them a real hard stare.
He's like,
and I'm not saying what that's supposed to mean, but
Yeah.
he is just giving them a real sharp look the whole time they're talking. And I
Yeah.
just found that interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at how you.
I
how
personally
he-
have been surprised at how many people feel this personally. I mean, people openly weeping who never met Charlie and actually who weren't even necessarily fans. They're not detractors, but not fans either. And it's, I think, because of the content that's being pushed out, that they're getting to know him. Of course, the violence with which he was taken, but also just the content. Do you have somebody going through hours and hours of Charlie tape and like refreshing it for us? Like, how are we getting all this new content? What feels like new?
Yeah. I mean, Charlie would bank hours of content. He did 4 hours a day, and then on top of that, he was doing 5 speeches a week.
He was?
We were traveling, like, we're supposed to be in Colorado State today. We're supposed to be in Nashville tomorrow. He would just bank these speeches and content. We didn't even post all of them. We have so many speeches that haven't even been posted
Who is he
yet.
speaking to?
Somebody said, was Charlie a part of it? Yeah, Charlie was a part of all this. Charlie was a part of the debauchery, part of the, if it was fraud, I don't think he was a part of the fraud, but I think he was a part of the debauchery. And I think he was a part of the devil stuff.
Groups. On Friday, he was supposed to be speaking at a church event. Today, he was supposed to be speaking to students at Colorado State. And
wow.
When we were in Asia, he was speaking to a random group of Japanese people and the America Fest equivalent in Korea. But to their point, security-wise, I don't think it matters what the security was. Nothing was going to stop Charlie from giving his message where it needed to be. And he died too soon, but he was always ready to die. Everything he did, he poured into it 100%. He was always dedicated to his work.
I gotta show y'all something. I'm sorry. I gotta show y'all something.
Are you lost, sweetheart?
Okay, so I need y'all to look at his smile. So everybody right now, look at his smile. All right. Imprint his smile in your brains. All right. Y'all see his smile, right? So now let's go back to Mikey. Mikey has the same smile as this demonic person. Now look at
speaking
Mikey's
to a random group
smile.
of Japanese people. And
is that the same smile or is that not the same damn smile?
Yeah.
Nice catch.
That's the same damn
dude.
smile.
Wow.
the America Fest equivalent
It's the
in
same
Korea.
smile.
But to their point, security.
He talks just like the devil dude in Poltergeist.
Nice
Are you
catch, Aaron.
afraid, honey? Well, why don't you come with me? All right. I'll sing you a song.
He has this talking with all his teeth, like la 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 la. Like nobody talks like this. I think they're some kin to each other. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Look at his teeth. I think
I don't think it
that's his
matters
daddy.
what the security was.
This might be
Nothing was
Mike
going to stop
McCoy's
Charlie from giving
biological father instead of
And
Rob McCoy.
he died too soon, but he was always ready to die. Everything he did, he poured into it 100%. He was always dedicated to his work, dedicated to his message. He knew that the truth was the truth. He'd always say, North is North no matter what. There's objective truths that need to be shared to the world, and he was ready to share those.
When I found out that he'd been wearing a bulletproof.
He's just like a young crooked pastor. You about to say something, Allie?
Yeah, she just said something important.
All right, so y'all listen to this right here.
North is North no matter what. There's objective truths that need to be shared to the world, and he was ready to share those.
When I found out that he'd been wearing a bulletproof vest, I thought to myself, oh my God, like I didn't even know that it had gotten that bad.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the death threats, because we all sadly do get death threats in this in the public eye.
Yeah.
Had it escalated prior to last?
I actually get sex threats. I don't get death threats. I have women threatening to have sex with me. So like, I don't get death threats. I have women threatening to have sex with me. So I don't know about y'all, but
Is that a threat?
depending on how she looks, yes.
We've always gotten threats before. Nobody's ever really acted on them like in this way, but we have received stuff in the past.
It's so sick, right? It's like that this should be the cost for saying what you believe.
Truth.
Now everybody wants to know what Charlie would think about everything. You know, I'm talking to a lot of people. They say, well, what would Charlie think about this? What would Charlie think about that? And I try desperately not to answer those questions because it's just not up to me to say that kind of thing. I feel like Erica can say that and nobody else can say that.
Exactly.
But I do wonder, I feel like Charlie might be happy about the Jimmy Kimmel situation.
He put out a tweet. I posted on my story today. Jimmy Kimmel isn't funny. It was a tweet that he posted way back when.
He was right. He hasn't been funny for a long time.
And that was
Okay.
that. Yeah. And that was that.
Okay. So
So
what do we get? What do we take from that?
Well, Megan made a very unusual statement there. She was mentioning that she was shocked to find out he was wearing body armor. But the thing is, if you try to look that up and research it, it says that Charlie constantly denied wearing it. So what's the truth here then?
He could have been wearing a bulletproof shirt because you looked it up and there's such
Yeah.
things as a bulletproof shirt.
There's bulletproof jackets. I don't
Yeah.
think there's bulletproof shirts
Yeah,
because
there is.
shirts are too thin.
I did
looked it up?
I did
Yeah,
a live
man.
stream. It's a new thing now. It's
Yeah.
yep.
It's a T-shirt with a thin plate in it. When you put it on, you can barely even see the outlines or the ridges.
Yeah.
We didn't even know this existed because we assumed it was just going to be bulky, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking
But-
people to like tell me why did Megan say that and why did Mikey not deny it? She's saying, I heard he was wearing, she said, I heard he was wearing a bulletproof vest.
And Mikey
So
didn't
stop right,
correct her.
Yep.
stop right there for a second. Some of y'all may not know that I have bulletproof car games. So if you ever were to get shot and the card game took the bullet, there was a guarantee that it would stop the bullet. I made this card game with Teflon coating. You see how it's shiny? This is Teflon coating. So if you were to just mistakenly get shot or you out somewhere and somebody shoots you, and if the bullet makes it through all of these cards, I would instantly refund your money. Just send me the card with the bullet in it or with a bullet hole in it. I will immediately refund you the cards because I'm here to save lives. So that's the second reason why it makes sense for you to buy my mother-daughter card game, because it's bulletproof. I don't know what you can do. You can put it in your shirt, just walk around with like this. I don't know. But at the end of the day, my card games are bulletproof. So if you get shot and it makes it through, I will instantly refund your money. So I just want to say that.
These days, you can never have enough protection, my friend. You never have enough protection.
Someone said hands, yellow, red heart. I don't know what that means. Someone was saying something about your card game. Hands, yellow, red. Hands, yellow, heart, red.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Somebody said in the chat. Yeah, hands, yellow, heart, red. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What? I don't know. You talking about a picture on the card game?
Yeah, I guess you have a heart on the cover.
Yeah, there's a heart where there's stitching in the middle of the heart where you're mending the heart. So it's not just a heart, it's the mending of the heart. So like right there.
Now I can. Yes, now I can see.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like when you
Good
stitch up the heart. Yeah. That's how healing looks like. Healing, of course, never looks perfect after you go through it. Is a scar in the middle of the heart, but the heart is back together at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah. Nice.
But
yeah,
go ahead, Ali.
Where were we? Oh, the bulletproof vest. So 8 days later, she's saying, I heard that he was wearing a bulletproof vest. And if I was sitting there and Megan saying that, I'd be like, no. Like Mikey didn't deny it. He didn't go, no. He wasn't wearing anything. So I would like I want this confirmation from somebody what he was wearing. We're never going to get it now. Everything's lied. We've been lied to about
He didn't have
everything.
a bulletproof vest on. We know that.
Well, he could have had. Well,
That's what
we
we
don't
were
know.
told
We don't
in the
know.
It's not a
beginning.
bulletproof shirt. Whether
Well,
they
we don't know.
exist, yes, but that was not a bullet. And then at the same time, if it was a bulletproof shirt, he got hit in the neck. So
Right.
Yeah. It's just
But there's so many things going on underneath the shirt that we all have our own theories of what happened, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know, but all I'm showing you is what she said.
Yeah.
What she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are right, because when this first happened, there were reports, I think, from the hospital or maybe even a security team that he wasn't. But knowing what we know now about how often they are honest about things, it has made Allie and I second guess maybe what we were told in the beginning. Like, we're not saying he was or he wasn't, but we're starting to think that maybe we should go back and look into that a
Yeah.
little bit more.
His chest was burnt, so
And speaking of that, let's go down this particular rabbit hole. A little going in the Wayback Machine for a second.
Top of him and just was on him almost face to face, and then I'm on top of him up close. It squirted through my fingers, and I could.
So right here is when Dan Flood was acting gay, and there's a possibility, small possibility, that Dan Flood and Charlie Kirk was having sex. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So y'all check this out, and y'all let me know, was Dan Flood and Charlie Kirk bumping I don't know, what do they say? Bumping, I don't know.
Brian Harpole. Brian Harpole, you mean?
That's Brian Harpole? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Brian Harpole. I'm sorry, not Dan Flood, Brian Harpole. So y'all watch this and let me know if you think Brian Harpole and Charlie Kirk were having sex.
And so I initially dove down on top of him and just was on him almost face to face, and then I'm on top of him up close. It squirted through my fingers, and I could taste it on my lips. And I could taste it on my lips. And I could taste it on my lips. And I'm on top of him up close. It squirted through my fingers, and I could taste it on my lips.
Without context, if nobody knows who this guy is, I was on top of him, looking down on him, and I stuck my finger in there, and he squirted.
Oh my God!
In my face, and I could taste it on my lips. What? I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
You can't apply direct pressure to move either, because it's the neck, and there goes the airway. Right.
And I can say this from my own experiences. When you apply direct pressure,
you can't apply direct pressure to move.
You do get squirted on. So yeah, you apply direct pressure. Next thing you know, you want to get squirted in the face. That part he's not lying about. So yeah, it's happened to me a few times. Just straight in face.
I could taste it on my lips. I could taste it on my lips. We get in. Charlie was a big man. Long.
Oh, what?
Oh man, this whole interview's got me in my head in a different way now.
Charlie was a big man. Long. Just working out of the kit right there. And
it's like everything he does is gay now.
You always, when you build a kit out like that, you build it to where the stuff you need the soonest or most important is on the outside, right? Packing, pressure, repack, it gets saturated.
Packing pressure.
You don't take it out, you just keep packing on top of it. I'm on my knees with the door open, with my butt hanging out at the side, and I'm on my knees doing the medical.
This is the gayest reenactment in my life. I'm on my knees and my butt is hanging out the door. Like, yo, I gotta get some context.
And I'm packing pressure, and I'm getting squirted on, and I taste it on my lips.
He's working on him with his kit.
right? Then it's like I'm packing them out on my knees, with my butt hanging out of the car. What the fuck?
You get saturated, you don't take it out, you just keep packing them.
Saturated. He said I pull it out when it gets saturated. Come on, bro.
I'm on my knees with the door open, with my butt hanging out of the side, and I'm on my knees in the medical. And Justin's driving, and Rick has me.
Oh my God. Look, this is going to get worse. Look what Rick is doing.
Across the kid in my shirt so that I can use both hands. And Rick has me across the kid in my shirt so that I can use both.
Can you imagine what's going on in that truck? Rick has him like this. He's on his knees.
Somebody
like,
packing. Who's packing
he's
you?
like on his knees like this. Oh my God.
Oh my God, thank you so much for playing
I'd forgotten about that. And I remember we were trying to break down that interview.
We never did it.
And we never finished it. We got we tried twice and then we just gave up. We just couldn't do it, man.
He has
that
so
was a
much
fun memory.
freaking detail.
Oh my God.
The detail.
All the details was gay, like gay. So to everybody watching, was that gay or am I crazy? Like that was gay. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Somebody said grow up. Hey, we're just trying to make light of this. This isn't like he's the one saying it, and they're the ones lying about what happened in that vehicle.
Yeah, we're just pointing it out. I just found that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny that you brought that up because I completely forgot about that. That was a long time ago. That's when that interview actually first came out, and we couldn't even get through the interview. We tried. We failed miserably.
We still
bad
haven't.
Journalism on our part.
I
We
thought we were
couldn't
gonna we were gonna do it, and then we didn't end up doing it because you said that everything was just.
We tried, but that was a funny show.
Yeah,
I remember
that was
that show.
funny.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he's long. He's long. He's long.
He should have just chose different words. Like honestly, every word he chose was just not the
Every
right thing
word.
to be saying. Everything was wrong, man.
Every word was
No
gay. I'm
CPR.
like, yo.
Oh,
I'm just
my
saying,
goodness,
like,
man.
Yeah.
My goodness.
But
Funny.
this is my opinion on the whole situation.
Hey, no more. I am delivered.
Hold on, why is it? Oh man. Hold on.
Delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women.
Where did you find that?
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women.
Where did you find?
I'm just saying, they want to go to church. That's the church they need to go to, and stop all the
Absolutely.
gay stuff.
Oh.
I can taste it on my lips. Like what?
Who
I'm
says that?
never
And by
gonna
the way,
say-
there was nothing on his lips. By the way, I showed you the close-up picture of his. Of his
Yeah.
face.
Well,
There's
nothing red.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
We
And
saw
let me
no.
show y'all this.
Oh,
We saw no blood.
Y'all are hilarious.
Christopher.
We didn't see
That
any
is
red
funny.
liquid.
Nothing red
That
is
was a
crazy.
fact. That was a fact. We didn't
All right,
see
so
any
look.
red liquid.
Oh my goodness.
So speaking of red liquid, can y'all see the picture?
Yeah.
Is it showing up? Okay.
Yep.
Allie, you brought up this and it made a lot of sense. You said, how are they doing all of this CPR on bucket seats? Remember you said that?
Yes,
Can you
I did. And
elaborate on that?
Sure. And if you can look in the picture, the seats are pushed right up towards the driver's seat and the passenger seat.
driver's
So
seat, yeah.
So it's almost like I feel like they were pinning him there, maybe. I don't know. And the armrests are down. I don't see any juice on the armrests. So I'm thinking that his body was kind of like more to the edge where the two other seats are, like the passenger and the driver's seat. Like they were pinning him there somehow. Or
Maybe to stop his body from moving a little bit, possibly. Like
Yeah.
that would make sense.
and the fragments are all in the rear. Fragments that they found in the back, it's not in
Yeah.
the front at all, and there's no juice on the floor, and it's just on the seats. So it's very, very weird.
Yeah, because a bunch of people who were following the Mike theory mentioned that that's what that was. But now this shows that he wasn't actually in that back section. Like we could clearly see where he was because of the condition of the seats, right?
Yeah.
So CPR doesn't make any sense here.
Yeah. So if
No.
you figure like the seat that's closest to us in the picture, that's where his head would have been. He would have been loaded in from the opposite side of the van, right? So
Uh-huh.
that means like his mid body would be in between the seats, roughly. So
Yeah.
His torso.
yeah. So how are you doing CPR with his chest and stuff like hanging in between like those seats or on the edge of the seat? It just doesn't make sense.
I
Like,
don't even see how somebody that tall would be laying across those two seats, and like that would be the most crazy is looking thing in the world. And they're talking about they rolled past an ambulance and legs were hanging out of it. It just sounded crazy.
Yeah, and Frank's
Yeah.
like, "Should we stop?" No, we just kept going, and the doctor said that was the best thing to do. I would have stopped and waved down that ambulance if I had a chance, but
yeah,
If
or
they
at least
wanted
do
him
the
to stay alive.
yeah.
yeah, or they should have just let the the EMTs treat him on site. Like you move them out of the way, get them out of harm's way, and let them do their jobs. Like they
Yeah.
obviously didn't have enough personnel to combat something like that. You know what I mean? Harpole couldn't do it, so he needed
Yeah.
help.
And Michelle says, how come there's blood in the car, yet there's none on the ground when they carried him into the car? Exactly.
Good
Yeah.
question.
There was no drips, there was nothing.
Somebody
Of
said
course it was
who peed on the seat.
Yeah. Another thing,
It
which
looks
is kind
wiped.
of
It looks like somebody wiped it
yeah,
or
I was just gonna
something.
say that. It looks like it was either cleaned up or something because you notice there's a little bit on each seat, but there's nothing on the ground in between the seats. Like
Yeah.
with that much to get on the seats, you think you'd see something somewhere else on the floor, but we're not seeing that in
Yeah.
these pictures, right?
And are
Do
we
y'all
looking
know
at Sorry, go ahead.
do y'all know the one thing that will blow this whole thing out the water?
What?
If they took the DNA from the seats to prove that it's actually Charlie Kirk,
Yep, his blood.
because
Yep.
the DNA would show that that's not even Charlie Kirk's blood.
Yeah, it
Because
would definitely prove something, right?
But the
it,
vehicle has been sold or something.
or incinerate it, or put in
Yeah.
a one of those crushers,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
most likely, because that would literally blow this whole case out of the water if we were to just get a hold of that DNA, do a DNA test, and see whose blood that is.
Absolutely,
That would
man.
that would and that's what I'm saying. There's so many small things that would literally blow this whole case out of the water, but so many people just misuse the evidence. And that's why I'm trying to hold on to this audio of Erica Kirk allegedly talking to that tadpole, because we're not just going to throw out evidence. That's we're not going to do that.
Yeah. Agreed. Yep. Makes
And
sense.
there's
Yeah.
nothing definitive about that.
We
Like
don't know.
there's nothing definitive. Like
Mhm.
Candace said, God bless Candace, love her. But she said she just knows it's not real and didn't really provide a reason like how she knew that.
And I'm
So
ignoring Candace Owens because
yeah,
Candace,
I'm
I like Candace, but she's a human just like us, and she makes mistakes just like we do. So
Mhm.
Candace is making a mistake by saying it's wrong. And I love Candace, but she's making a mistake, and I'm ignoring her right now. I'm not listening to her. I'm gonna keep looking into this audio. I'm gonna keep talking about this audio. I don't
Yeah.
care what Candace says. She might come in Monday. For everybody, I don't care. I'm still gonna talk about the audio. Because we're all
absolutely.
human. Nobody is a genius where we know everything. That's
Yep.
all.
Absolutely. And until like it can be proven one way or another, it's viable, in my opinion,
Yeah.
until we know. Like I heard some people had found a couple of transcripts, maybe, and it's looking like it may not be, but that's only half the equation. We know documents can be doctored, right? The main
Yeah.
thing would be a voice analysis, is what I
Yes.
would think, right?
Do a voice analysis. That's a great idea.
That should be easy
Yeah.
enough to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely
But
sounds like her, though. I'll say that. That sounds like her.
and
It does,
she
it
has
does
a
sound like her.
very distinctive voice. She
Yes.
has a distinctive voice, and you know that's not AI because it was so much like things taken away from the audio
Yeah.
where that wouldn't make any sense. And like we already said, this was in the Epstein files. So
Yeah.
it can't be AI because this is from at least 2-3 years ago.
Yes. Yep, I would
And all this
agree.
AI stuff is fairly new. So yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna keep
my theory is with all this stuff with Charlie, like I already told you when you had Jesse on fire on, I think he went in on it to fake it, unalive himself, but they killed him anyways. And they could have killed him. I believe electrocution was one of them, but I believe something else also happened under his shirt. So
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
Charlie would have went into an event. Because I'm trying to do the whole picture here. I don't think he would have went into the event, knowing that there was how many phones were there from overseas in the
Yeah.
audience. There were so many actors,
Yeah.
drones, everything. You got to put it together, and it just seems like he knew. He flinched, like he knew something was coming, and
Yeah.
that tells a lot. If he went in on it, and then they did it anyways.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And
Yeah.
then I know you said to me, Aaron, like, well, why would they go through all that? They want him to be the Messiah. They want him to be everybody to go back to church. He
Yeah.
wore the freedom shirt. He did this in front of a school. That's how he passed. And it's just that's all they're talking about now. Like,
Yeah.
he died for us.
Yeah.
And there was another video of hold on, let me see. I think it's on your page. Alley Top Files.
Sorry. Let me know if
Where
you can't hear me. Like I always take my face away from the mic.
hold on a second. This is it right here, I think.
Someday I'm going for Charlie Kirk. And the overpouring of response. Deep in the horn.
Don't think. Files.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
Which is it?
But
What are you looking for?
It was a point where Mikey said he said Charlie was supposed to die.
Yeah, it was in that. It was in that long video. There,
Oh,
he
was?
says he was ready to die.
Yeah, he was ready to die.
Ready to die. Ready to die.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I may have missed that. Okay.
It is in
Yeah.
there.
So yeah,
I think that's a very bizarre statement to make, man.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody in the chat, do y'all believe the audio or do you not believe the audio? Say yes or no in the chat.
For what? Erica Kirk?
Yeah, the Erica Kirk audio. So do you believe the Erica Kirk audio or do you not believe the Erica Kirk audio? And if you haven't heard it, let me know and I'll play it again. But I think everybody heard it.
Yeah.
I 1000% believe that Erica Kirk because like I
We should have
said,
did a poll. We should have did a poll.
I don't know how to do a poll. Polls don't show up on my channel. I don't know why.
Oh.
The little thing I
can
can't
help
find
you.
it.
I can help you. I just learned that. I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know how to end a poll though. I kept the poll going for like days.
All right, some people said they didn't hear it. Let me play it again.
Sounds like her.
All right, so
People are
here
saying
is the audio right here.
I think it sounds like her.
I talked to Jeffrey, and I'm going to his house tomorrow morning, and I'm taking my friend. He's gonna set something up for
Well, like, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow morning when I go to his house about it.
How much? Like, would I get paid? 'Cause last
Talk to him. I'll talk to him tomorrow, and then I'll bring you in the next day and talk to him about it.
how much do you think? I don't know what I want to do, and I just want to get some ideas.
I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to him about it. I mean, I don't really work for him like that. I just bring girls to him, and they work for him. So I just bring girls to him, and they work for him. So you're gonna have to talk to him about it. That's what I'm saying. When you work for him, I'll bring you in, and you can ask him before you work. So like, what can I do to make more money?
Yeah, well, like, if I don't know what you do, you get paid more money.
The more you do, the more you get paid. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Talk to him about it.
Want me to bring my sister for you so like you could get paid more or something, or how much
Well,
a girl?
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm working tomorrow, and me and him are gonna put a schedule together for you and your sister. So I'll call you tomorrow when I leave Jeffrey with the schedule.
Alright, okay. Alright, that's good. Sounds good. But like, I don't have my phone all the time, so if you guys called me, I'd have to know what time so I could get the phone.
Okay, well, what time? Well, why don't you? Okay, I'll leave you a message. That's fine. I'll leave you a message tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
And this is some other audio. So listen to this audio. This audio is even more interesting than the audio, Erica Kirk audio.
What would it be that we got?
So listen to this audio.
If you had one wish involving us, what would it be? That we got along better. Okay. The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you, my mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized like how hard it is to be a mom, and like when you look back at things that maybe like made you mad at me, you realize like, okay, well, that is hard.
Just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. Just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
All right. So yes, I'm getting Allie a mother-daughter card game because Allie has a daughter, and that is going to be so much fun for us to talk about after they play it. And this is a very like thick card game. Look how thick this card game is. It's two different decks in the card game. So you can play this with your daughter or play this with your mother literally for an entire year and never get tired of playing it. So yeah.
And you're getting a son one, I heard. Father son.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
right?
a mother son and then a father son card game.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So
I wanted to actually mention something. So like you started the show today talking about patterns, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's something that we can actually take from this, which is sort of a pattern. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but it's just so. Did we talk about the pattern with the victims? Did we talk about that earlier?
As far as what?
As far as the Gilligan Island victims and what they said about how they would get recruited, and they would go there, they would spend time with them, they'd leave, and then they would get asked to come back. And if they didn't want to, they would provide a substitute, right? That was what some of the victim statements had said. And that would be their way of getting out of actually performing the service. So then they would go to recruiting people. And I'm just wondering if that's possibly what we're hearing in that audio call. Was Erica potentially, maybe allegedly, done something that she wasn't proud of, and to get out of it, she was now providing something else, a substitute, because that is something that is a pattern. When you look at the e-files and you listen to the witnesses, that's something that comes up over and over again. So I'm wondering if that pattern was repeated with her allegedly.
So this is the replacement pattern that hurt people do. They, in order to keep the person from hurting them further, they go find another victim and they put that victim in their place. And now the, terrible person is now victimizing them instead of the original person. Because here's what it is right here. This is literally what it is.
Be a predator, then anybody can be a predator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see.
So listen to this right here. This is about Diddy and Usher. This is about Diddy and Usher.
Okay.
then anybody can be a predator. You feel what I'm? If he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They not seeing the victim. They not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. To take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more.
Mila Kunis has allegedly moved out of the home she shares.
So is that kind of like what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So just wondering if that was playing out in this situation, right? It's possible because we don't have all the evidence, right? Like, we're just listening to it and just trying to think about it. And I think that's something that we shouldn't put out of our heads quite yet until we get more information, if that makes any sense.
And then
Yeah.
if the Gilligan's Island guy, he did that. Oh, you go find four girls and then bring them back, and then you go find four and bring them back. It almost like he didn't do anything wrong, right? They are doing something wrong. Is that am I correct on that? Like, they're doing
It's like
circling.
it's like multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
A lot of this is multi-level marketing. You're not the terrible person because you're not even part of it anymore. You go get somebody and bring them back, and I will no longer abuse you because now you're old news. So bring me 2 girls back and I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
And then you bring 2 girls, and then they do whatever to the 2 girls. And one of those 2 girls is like, all right, well, bring me 2 girls and I'll leave you alone. And
Yeah,
it turns
I heard that that's how he got away with it. Like, they just came to him because the girls, went to go get another girl and bring another one back. So it's not like he went to go get them. Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
that's how he tried to get out of it.
Yeah, like, nobody's going to walk up to an old white man and be like, "Ooh, you're sexy. Ooh, I want to go somewhere with you." It got to be a young, attractive man or a young, attractive woman in order to get the young person to go with them. So it can't be Epstein. Epstein wasn't a charming looking man.
No, and he had a crew of people working for him, and
I call him Gilligan.
Maxwell. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
Justin Bieber and Usher, it's just a perfect example of how they transfer over and go, okay, now he's yours.
Yep.
Usher just went, okay, I don't want to be hurt anymore. So here you go.
Yep.
And
He
this is
provided a
what I'm
substitute.
saying, as far as this is the pattern, because that's how I still got the video, because I'm
Yeah.
still talking about the same exact pattern with Erica Kirk. It's the same pattern. That's why I never got rid of the video, because I talk about the same thing happening over and over again with different people.
Yep. Very
And
good.
you
Very
take-
good job on that. And
And you
also,
take
her
had the
mother
same
was
pattern.
involved in the modeling stuff too. She was a part of that. The mom.
Yeah, there's actually a
Diddy
lot of correlations between the Frances and the Combs. And
Yeah.
it made a lot of sense when you brought that up, drawing that connection. And I think sometimes people need to see that visual reference. It's like,
Yes.
look, this has happened here, this has happened again, and this is how the pattern keeps working. And we got to be
that
able to
is-
point that out.
And that is confirmation bias. If it's happening over here the same way it's happening over here, now this over here is more believable, because you're like, oh shit, there's a pattern.
Yeah, and it's one that can be followed as well, right?
Yeah.
So when you can see that, now you can easily, follow the dots or the breadcrumbs, however you want to put it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I am all done. I need everybody watching to make sure to subscribe to Alley Top Files and Chris, of course, and hit them up. Get into their chat. They just did a live stream about an hour ago, so go watch their live stream. I wasn't able to watch it because I was working on this over here, so I'm gonna go watch it.
It says Mr. Lecco and Alley for 2028.
You got my vote. You got my vote. I like that better than the Vance Kirk ticket.
My goodness.
I
I'll
know,
take
right?
the Aaron Alley ticket any day, y'all.
Because we're
That'd
not
be
talking,
funny.
like I told him I'm gonna, I'm the same thing what you said with me. I'm gonna follow you till the end. So
You want to run for president, Alley?
oh my goodness, no.
You be prez. You be prez. I'll just be your aides. Allie can be your VP. I'll make sure that the dog's there with your slippers in the morning. I'll do that kind of stuff. I'll be mowing the White House lawn.
Aaron Alley ticket.
Yeah, let's do an Aaron Alley ticket. She's gonna be the vice president. I'll be the president. I think that'd be awesome.
Better than it's better than what they got.
Yeah.
Right now, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's funny. That whoever
They
said that in
can't
the
make-
comment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a baby eater, so I think I'll be a good president.
Yeah, that's not something I want to see her ever be a part of, man. No way.
Right.
Gross. So gross.
But anything y'all have to say? Or
No, just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously I'm not gonna be just doing the Charlie Kirk stuff. I was doing stuff before this ever happened. I was doing girls that gone missing. I was doing that kind of stuff. So everybody should just also not get so involved in it, like it's dark, but we still have to talk about this.
Yeah.
I want everybody to make sure that they're healthy and their mind is okay, because it is people do go through the rabbit hole of this whole thing. It's
and
a lot.
remember to laugh now and then.
That's what we're doing today. We're laughing.
You have to. When you deal with such dark subject matter over and over again, you have the potential to get lost in it. And that's how you regain a little bit of your humanity, is not forgetting to laugh and smile, because not everything's that dark, right? And there's a lot of positive, great things to look forward to in life.
That's why I said Scarica Kirk wants to do something with you. Scarica? She dresses up. She does she's the parody. She's the parody comedy girl.
She does the Erica Kirk imitations, and she's actually really funny. And she mentioned to Allie that she's go, "Oh, you work with Mr. Lecco? I would love to do something with him."
Yeah.
So I just thought that'd be kind of
it's up to you.
funny. Yeah, if you want to hit her up, talk to her.
She never hit me up. So I don't know.
You. She'll answer you, and you'll just fall off your chair laughing, because it was all raw. The questions I asked her, she
unscripted. They did the whole thing unscripted.
Everything
so they
about
just made it up.
Okay. Let them know.
Really funny.
I'll do it. I'll set it up like explosive interview with Erica Kirk. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. That would be funny. I have to watch that.
I'll definitely watch that.
And you got to ask her some tough questions.
Some tough questions. Yeah.
We'll pass along your info, Aaron. We'll pass along your info.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
gotta laugh. We gotta laugh, guys.
We gotta laugh. Right. All right, y'all. I'm about to get in these streets. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day, and make sure to follow Alley Top Files on X and also on Instagram and on YouTube.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aaron.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Have a
Y'all
great
already know.
rest of your weekend.
Okay. I'm about to play some commercials. Let's go.
Like daughter. This game is powerful. My favorite question was, this just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful. My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change?
This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like another light daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
When women say they were forced to be masculine, this is actually what it looks like. It's not masculinity, it's fear. At some early point in a woman's life, her heart was stolen from her. And now she's walking the earth as this misinterpreted, angry person where all they actually want is for somebody to guide them, to see them, to understand them, to be patient with them. Your mother is the one that took your heart from you. The day you forgive her and the day you forgive yourself is the day you become this to us, to the world, to your children. We just want to love you, but it's up to you to allow yourself to receive it.
Blessed me and my mother with one of these decks. And I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify, how do you feel?
How do you feel?
How do you express this? What word could I use? Or because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question. Did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car. So that was this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it, guys. We're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box.
And the number one thing I want to say about this card game is we have to focus on our own household. Erica Kirk, the war, Donald Trump, all this stuff is going on, but we have to maintain our own sanity and we have to maintain our own family dynamic before we can start talking about, gossiping about, or telling other people what they need to do with their families or husbands or dead husbands like Erica Kirk. We got to make sure our daughters are protected so they won't end up getting in these weird tadpole traffic like situations, because there are thousands of women that go missing every 30 days. You can look it up yourself. Over 22,000 women go missing every 30 days. So we have to make sure our daughters are on the same page with us. They're loved, they're heard, they're cared for, and they also have a voice. And this card game gives your daughters a voice. And yes, I'm coming out with a mother-son card game and a father-son card game also. So make sure to get your card game. The link is under this video. And also for the people watching on TV, this is a QR code. So all you have to do is take your phone and put it at the screen, and the link will show up. And also the link is pinned at the top of the chat if you're watching in the chat. So I'll talk to y'all later. I am out.